Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Now, first up, we welcome back Tristan and Laura, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances, of course, to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and final chance. Tristan, remind us how you know each other.
We worked together and then started dating.
And Laura, what happened last time?
We got through to the head-to-head, but the question was about desert island discs, and we knew the answers, but we chose the wrong one. So hopefully we have better choosing this time.
Anything you'd like to see come up that didn't come up last time, Laura?
Film, probably, or maybe music. Maybe something more modern. I think the questions last time were a bit maybe on the older side, which...
Wow. Whoa, wow. That lands at your door, Richard.
You do know this isn't easy, don't you? You know, you're aware of that.
Well, welcome back to the show. You did really well last time. Very, very best of luck. And next, we welcome back Michael and Josh, who were also on the show last time. Michael, remind us how you two know each other.
We've been friends for a while now, ever since I moved to this country from Australia. We got put at school together, we went to university together and lived there together as well. So
how long have you lived here, Michael?
I've been in England since '97.
97, yeah. So 15 years.
Yeah, a little while now.
Now, Josh, do you have faith in Michael's grounding in British culture? Do you think if weird sitcoms from our childhood would have come up?
That's the beauty of being a student, is you have a lot of time to watch daytime television, so hopefully we could have picked something up like that. OK, very good. Now, Josh, what happened last time? We got to the second round, and unfortunately, I got placed in rather a large hole, as Mike got 100 on the first way through.
Anyway, that was last time. This time, Michael, what do you hope is going to come up?
Hopefully something music, film, we could be OK on. Sports as well, I think is our strongest point, so hopefully something like that comes up.
Anything you want to add to that, Josh?
Maybe something historical, perhaps, or geographical again, because that was pretty strong for us.
Well, it was round 2 last time, Michael and Josh. Let's hope it's a little bit further this time, maybe even the final. Who knows? But very, very best of luck. And next, we welcome Owen and Tim. Now, how do you two know each other, Owen?
Well, Tim's my brother, my little brother, by 10 minutes.
Really? So, 10 minutes?
Twins, yep.
What do you like to get up to in your spare time, Owen?
When I go travelling, I like to do a lot of scuba diving. I did my PADI course for that, so I do that as often as I can, which is once every couple of months. A lot of sport, I play a lot of football, a lot of tennis, a lot of golf. OK. So. Very good indeed. How about you, Tim?
I produce music.
Do you? What kind of music?
Well, anything really. I mean, I've played the piano for as long as I can remember. So right. I went through the grades when I was younger. But these days, I just hook up my keyboard to my computer.
OK, so what are you hoping comes up today, Tim?
Films, Christian Bale films, I'm quite hard to like.
In particular, Christian Bale films.
Yeah.
Owen, how about you?
I'd like to think general sport, perhaps World Cup managers for football, that would be quite interesting.
Well, best of luck to you. Welcome to the show. And finally, we've got Alice and Jeff. Now, how do you two know each other, Alice?
This is my dad, Jeff's my dad.
A father and daughter team. We've had quite a few father and daughter teams recently, haven't we? They always do well. Well... They always do quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite well. Alice, where are you from?
Dover.
From Dover. And what do you do, Alice?
I'm a cashier at a bank, but I'm actually leaving to travel in a couple of weeks, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Canada.
How fantastic. Do you know how long you're going to go for?
A year to begin with, hopefully, and then we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Hoping to kind of get into the ski side of things, so maybe ski patrol, ski instructing eventually.
So you've done a lot of skiing already,
yeah,
I'm guessing,
absolutely.
if you want to ski at that level. Jeff, wow, that's quite sad, isn't it?
Maybe a little sad, but sometimes not. When I look in her bedroom and see how untidy it is, it's not very sad at all.
Yeah, and think of what the lodgers are going to bring in. Jeff, what do you do?
I'm a master baker. Got my own family business, third generation, yes. Yeah.
Third generation?
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Speciality breads, do you do those?
Yes, all types of breads, cakes.
I don't know about you, I cannot wait to see what Jeff has brought in for us. Can you? What do you think he's bought for us?
I don't know.
It's probably hiding behind the podium. He's probably got a little something there for us.
It's probably on a trolley somewhere, I think, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He'll have brought some of his underbakers, maybe. There'll be a big cloud of flour, and they'll come out pushing something.
Oh, that's
can't wait
amazing.
for that.
I literally can't wait.
When do you think he's going to do it? Thank you so much.
I would imagine, just before the head-to-head.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be lovely.
Slice of cake. Looking forward to that, Jeff, so much. So what do you hope is going to come up today?
I like my sport, I like my film, and I like my music. I don't like my English literature very much.
Right. Now then, Alice, obviously skiing going to be very good for you. Travel? Have you done lots of travel yet, or is this...
I used to be a holiday rep in Gran Canaria.
Oh,
so
for heaven's sake.
I've done a little bit of travelling.
What else would you like to come?
Pop music.
OK.
Some old 70s, 80s music as well would be quite good.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Well, very, very best of luck to you, Alice and Jeff. It's lovely to have you on the show. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. At the buffet of obscurity, he always overfills his plate, and still he goes back for seconds. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hello. Afternoon to you.
And to you.
Now, this is going to be an interesting one. We've got two returning pairs, both of whom were very strong last time, both of whom were quite unlucky to get knocked out. So they're going to be very tough to beat, and we've got a very big jackpot as well. So it's going to be super competitive for our new pairs, super competitive for the pairs coming back as well. And whoever does get through to that jackpot round is going to have a real opportunity.
Very exciting indeed. And, of course, the cake shortly before
I
head-to-head.
cannot wait.
Well, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get through to our final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people couldn't get. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £12,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is cities. Cities. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns cities in their native languages. Cities in their native languages. Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you the names of 7 famous cities as they're known in their own native languages. You need to tell us the English name of those cities, please. If you give us a nice, obscure answer, you're going to score fewer points, but an incorrect answer, as always, will score you 100 points. It's going to be 14 cities in all to have a go at home.
OK, thanks very much indeed. Now, Laura and Tristan, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. So we're looking for the English names of these cities, and our first board reads like this. Firenze, Lefkosia, München, La Habana, Den Haag, Aljazair, and Wien. I'll read those all one last time. Firenze, Lefkosia, München, La Habana, Den Haag, Aljazair, and Wien. OK, Laura, there we are, 7 cities in the native language.
I'm not 100% sure on any of them, so I'm going to have to just guess. And München sounds a bit like Munich, sounds a bit German, so...
You're going to say Munich
yeah.
for München. Yeah. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right. 71, so high score, though. Munich.
Yeah, München, the 3rd largest city in Germany, the capital of Bavaria.
There we are. Now, Michael, how's this for you?
Not recognising as many as I thought I might when you said what the category was, but I think I know a couple, but I don't know whether to pick. The one I'm going to go for is Wien, which I believe is Vienna.
OK, Wien, Vienna, says Michael. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right. 44. 44 for Vienna.
Yep, the capital of Austria. Good answer. It's another one of those rounds where knowing about sport is very helpful. Because if you know about European football and things like that, you quite often see the names as they're written in their own countries.
Now then, Owen. So we are wanting to know what the names of these cities are in English.
Well, I'm not 100% on any of them, which doesn't play well. But by process of eliminating one letter, I'm going to go for La Habana as Havana.
Havana, says Owen, for La Habana. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Havana is right. 37. 37 for Havana.
Yes, the capital of Cuba and the largest city in the Caribbean as well. Amazed that that only scores 37. As you say, the clue is there, isn't it, in its name?
Yeah. Jeff, you are the last person to have this board. You can talk us through it if you like.
I'd like to talk you through it. I wonder whether the top one might be Florence, but the actual one I'm going to go for is Den Haag, which I think is in Amsterdam, The Hague.
The Hague.
Yeah.
The Hague, says Jeff, for Den Haag. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said The Hague. Absolutely right. 40. 40 for The Hague.
Yeah, good answer. The Hague, it's where the government sits in the Netherlands, but not the capital of the Netherlands. That's Amsterdam, of course. Let's take a look at the rest. You'd have been absolutely safe and sound with Firenze as Florence as well. They would have scored you a couple more points, would have scored you 42. Algiers. Do you have a little guess at that?
It's Algiers.
It is Algiers, yeah, absolutely right. Would have scored 5. And Lefkosia actually scores more points than that, but I think it's harder.
No.
It is Nicosia in Greek. Lefkosia, 7 points for that, but very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. The best score of the pass was Owen's there. Owen and Tim looking pretty strong on 37. Up to 40, where we find Jeff and Alice. Up to 44, where we find Michael and Josh. So far, so very close. And then up to 71, quite a long way up, where we find Laura and Tristan. So, Tristan, we're going to need a really low score from you in the next pass. I have to hope that's enough to keep you in the game. Best of luck with that. OK, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we're going to put 7 more cities on the board, and here they are. We have got Praha, Kapstadt, Padova, Alcaira, Moskva, Köln, and Beograd. I'll read those all one last time. Praha, Kapstadt, Padova, Alcaira, Moskva, Köln, and Beograd. There we are. Now, remember, we are looking for the English names of these cities, and obviously you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now, Alice, you're on 40. The high scorers on 71 are Tristan and Laura. If you can score 30 or less, you will avoid becoming the new high scorers. What do you make of that board?
Geography is really not a strong point at all for me.
Think back. You were a travel rep in Gran Canaria, Alice.
There's 2 on there that look kind of familiar. But I'm going to go with Moskva and take a punt at Moscow.
Moscow is the punt you're going to take. Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with Moscow, you're through to the next round. Let's see, is Moscow right for Moskva? And if it is, how many people said it? It's right. Ooh, it's a high score. 73 for Moscow takes your total up to 113.
Yeah, another big score. It couldn't be anything other than Moscow, could it? Moskva. Used to be the capital of Muscovy as well in Russia, which is why people from Moscow are called Muscovites.
Now then, Tim. The high scorers are now Alice and Jeff on 113. You're on 37. If you can score 75 or less, you're through to the next round.
A lot of them seem familiar to me. But I'm going to go for Praha, which I hope is a Czech capital, Prague. OK,
Prague, says Tim, for Praha. Is it right, Prague? And if it is, how many people said it? Absolutely right. And you're through to the next round. Very well done. 53, Tim. 53 takes your total up to 90.
Yeah, another good answer. Well played. It was the capital of Bohemia, then became capital of Czechoslovakia, and then became capital of the Czech Republic.
Now then, Josh. The high scorers remain Alice and Jeff on 113. You're on 44. If you can score 68 or less, you're through to the next round. So remember, we are looking for the English names of these cities.
There's one I think that I know, and one that I'm not so sure on, but I think would be a lower score. I'm not sure whether or not I need to gamble in this with these points differentials. Learning from my last outing, I'm going to play it a bit safer. And I'm going to say Köln and Cologne.
Köln and Cologne. Let's see, is that right? And if it is, how many people said Cologne? Very well done, Josh. And you're through to the next round. Well played. 51. Takes your total up to 95.
Well played, Josh. Good answer. And of course, famously gives its name to eau de Cologne, as its inventor, Johann Maria Farina, moved there in 1709.
Tristan, the high score is on 113. Now, Alice and Jeff, you're on 71. Your target is 41 or less. You're the last person to have the board, so you can talk us through it if you like. How is this for you?
It'll be very short talk through. There's only one I think I will have a guess at, and I'm going to take Richard's advice and think about football teams, sporting teams. I seem to remember that Juventus play against Padova in the Turin derby, so I'm going to say Turin.
OK, you're going to say Padova, Turin. Let's see, is it right? How many people said Turin for Padova?
Torino.
Bad luck, Tristan. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to an unbeatable 171. That's a relief for Alice and Jeff there. Richard.
Yeah, that's tough luck, Tristan. The second you said it, you realised it was Torino, so bad luck. Padova is actually in Padua. It's a very ancient Italian town, supposedly founded by the Trojans. Would have scored you 16. Beograd would have sent you through. That's Belgrade. Would have scored 40 points. No, I didn't get to Kapstadt. You get Kapstadt?
On the second reading, Cape Town.
Yeah, Kapstadt absolutely is Cape Town. That is Cape Town in Afrikaans, one of the languages of South Africa. Would have scored you 6 points. And Al Cairo? Cairo is exactly right as well. That's the best answer there, 4 points. Very well done to anyone who got all of those. The clue is in the name almost always, isn't it? But something like Al Cairo, Kapstadt.
Yeah. There we are. So thanks, Richard. At the end of our first round, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Tristan and Laura. Double pointless you were last show.
No Scandinavian countries. I thought this was it if I had had a Scandinavian city, but...
Dear, oh dear. Well, I'm so sorry we have to say goodbye to you so soon. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. Anyway, Tristan and Laura, thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well, sadly, at the end of this round, another pair will be leaving us. I wonder which pair that's going to be. Alice and Jeff, you had a bit of a lifeline thrown you at the last moment there.
We certainly did, didn't we?
Did you know Padova?
No.
I knew Prague. That was the other one.
Well, here you all are. Owen and Tim, lovely low scoring from you, and only 5 points behind them, Michael and Josh. Of course, this was the round. This round was the end of the line for you last time.
This is our jinx round.
OK, absolutely. So keep your heads. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is game shows. Game shows. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns TV game show hosts. TV game show hosts, Richard.
Yes, in a moment, Zandra's going to show you a board with 6 classic game shows on it. We're looking for anyone who's ever been the main regular presenter of any of those shows, please. So anyone who's been the main regular presenter of any of the 6 shows you're about to see. And we're not counting co-hosts, even though by and large they do pretty much all the work.
Them's is the breaks, Richard.
Yeah. You know what? At least I get to sit down.
Thanks very much. OK, so here are the 6 game shows, and they are Blankety Blank, Countdown, Family Fortunes or All-Star Family Fortunes, Name That Tune, Stars in Their Eyes, The Generation Game. I'll read those all one last time. Blankety Blank, Countdown, Family Fortunes or All-Star Family Fortunes, Name That Tune, Stars in Their Eyes, The Generation Game. Josh, you are to go first.
OK, I think I know 4.
OK.
So I'm
well, the most obscure.
That's the problem. And the most obscure one, I think, is the one I'm slightly unsure of, but I think the other 3 will be really high.
Also, bear in mind that Michael may not have the grounding that you have. So you might have to score even lower.
Well, I'm going to go with Stars in Their Eyes. And I believe that's Michael Kelly.
Michael Kelly, says Josh. Michael Kelly. OK, let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Michael Kelly. Oh, Josh. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. I'm afraid that scores you the maximum of 100 points. I'm really sorry. And I kind of strong-armed him into that, didn't I?
Well, He doesn't look like he could be strong-armed into anything, Josh, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. I think if there was a strong-arm contest, he'd beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not one of the hosts of Stars in the Rise, I'm afraid.
OK, now then, Owen, we come to you.
Well, there's a few I know, and I don't know whether to go for modern or past. So I'm going to assume not many people watch it, and Vernon Kay for All-Star Family Fortunes.
You're going to assume that not many people watch it.
I don't, so hopefully not.
Viewing figures we could only dream of.
Although, to be fair, when it goes head-to-head with pointless celebrities, we do beat it.
True, actually, yes, we do,
Yeah.
we do. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Vernon Kay says, Owen, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Vernon Kay. He's right. Ooh, it's a good answer. There we are, Owen. 20. Good work. 20 for Vernon Kay.
Well played, Owen. He's hosted the All-Star version since 2006. And a very nice man he is as well.
Most certainly. Now then, Alice. So we are looking for anyone who's been the main host of any of these UK game shows.
This is actually quite a good board for me. I'm going to go with Stars in Their Eyes.
Yeah.
And not the person Josh was trying to say, but I think Cat Deeley.
Cat Deeley, says Alice. Cat Deeley. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Cat Deeley. It's right. Oh, very well done, Alice. 1 point for Cat Deeley.
That is a good answer, Alice. Very well played. She hosted it from 2004 to 2006. Also hosted the US show So You Think You Can Dance. Very big hit over there.
Well, thanks, Richard. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Alice, brilliant low score there of 1. So Alice and Jeff looking particularly strong at this point. Then we travel up to 20, where we find Owen and Tim. And then, I'm afraid to say, a long way up to 100, where we find you, Josh. So, Michael, we just have to hope that you've got a brilliant answer somewhere up your sleeve. Very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, Jeff, we are looking for any presenter who's been the main host of one of these UK game shows. You're currently on 1. The high score is on 100 and Michael and Josh. If you can score 98 or less, you are through to the next round.
Right, I'm going to keep it in the family and go for Stars in Their Eyes. And tonight, Alexander, I'm going to say Matthew Kelly.
Matthew Kelly. OK, there is your red line. Let's see if Matthew Kelly's right. Will Matthew Kelly get you below that red line? Yes, he will. $17. 17 takes your total up to 18. Very well done, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. As you can say, it was Matthew Kelly, the long-running host of Stars in the Rise. Gave up TV presenting to be an actor.
And then did brilliantly as an actor.
Terrific actor, yeah. Won Olivier Awards and everything. Do you know what, though? He was a brilliant TV presenter as well.
He was.
It's such a shame that he doesn't do it anymore.
Some people do both.
Yeah, I think that... Really? Name anyone.
Stephen Fry.
Oh, yeah, he does both.
Yeah, he does both.
But mainly you're one or the other.
Yeah.
So me and you, game show hosts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I've seen you act. It's fine. Well, it depends what you mean by acting, doesn't it? If you mean that sort of slightly pantomime-y thing that you do very ever so well.
Yeah,
That slightly sort of over-the-top, not really acting stuff.
Yeah.
Then you'd be an actor.
Yeah.
But not like an actor, not like Matthew Kelly or David Tennant or someone.
No, not that.
You're no Ross Kemp, my friend.
That's true. Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Tim, you're on 20. The highest score is on 100, and Michael and Josh.
Yeah.
If you can score 79 or less, you are through to the next round.
I'm torn between Countdown and Family Fortunes. Which is more popular? I'm going to go for Family Fortunes, and I'm going to say Les Dennis.
Les Dennis, says Tim. Les Dennis. Here is your red line. Get below that, you are in the head-to-head. Let's see if Les Dennis is right. Let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. And you are through. 27 takes your total up to 47. Very, very well done, Tim.
Les Dennis, another very lovely man, and a nice big score for him as well.
Yeah. Very good indeed. Now then, Michael, I have terrible news for you. You haven't yet given your answer, which I have no doubt will be a brilliant answer.
Of course.
But you are the high scorers.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall already, isn't it, really?
I fear it is.
Not a lot I can do. So it's OK, because I don't think I was going to come up with a particularly great one. Name that tune, I've never even heard of that show. A couple of the others I think I'd be OK on. But the one I would have gone with is a bit of a risk. I'm not 100% on his surname, but Nick from The Apprentice hosts Countdown now. I think his surname's Hewer, so Nick Hewer for Countdown.
Nick Hewer, says Michael. Nick Hewer. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Nick Hewer. It's right. It's right. That's a brilliant, brilliant answer, Michael. One for Nick Hewer. Takes your total up to 101. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Michael. Sorry it's not enough to save you. Yeah, Nick Hewer only scored 1 point. Some of the other Countdown hosts, I'll tell you some of the scores they would have got. Des Lynam would have scored you 6, Jeff Stelling would have scored you 7, Des O'Connor would have scored you 10. Let's take a look at the pointless answers now. Andy Collins, there was a daytime version of Family Fortune, which Andy Collins hosted. He was a pointless answer. Davina McCall, who hosted various Stars in the Rise celebrity specials. Jules Holland, who took Name That Tune to Channel 5 in the late 90s. And Leslie Crowther, the first host of Stars in the Rise, was a pointless answer, so very well done if you said that. Should we take a look at the top answers?
Yeah.
Richard Whiteley, of course, from Countdown, 29 points. Terry Wogan, blankety blank, would have scored you 46. And right up the top, Bruce Forsyth got 75 as host of Generation Game. Jim Davidson got 3.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the losing pair with the highest score, it's Michael and Josh. Now, Michael, you came in with 1. Nick Hewer. Josh, Matthew Kelly scored 17. You'd be on 18. You'd be on exactly the same score as Jeff and Alice now.
Yep.
The curse of the second round strikes again for us, I think.
Dear, oh dear, I'm afraid, yes, it's the second round hoodoo.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, we have to say goodbye to you now. Real shame. I thought you were going to do so much better this time. And you so nearly did. You had all the ingredients there. Michael Kelly. Tonight, Michael?
It's going to haunt me forever.
Yeah, tonight, Matthew.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dear.
No, now.
Oh, well, Michael, Josh, thank you so much, mate. It's been great having you on the show. Brilliant contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Congratulations, Alice and Jeff, Owen and Tim. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £12,000. You're now going to go head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. But the big news is you are now allowed to confer. Well, you've seen off our 2 returning pairs. You've sent them packing.
Easy.
Yeah, 2 brand new pairs of contestants and straight through to the head-to-head. Your answers have scored pretty evenly, apart from Alice, your Cat Dealey answer, obviously, which was a lovely low score. So, yes, we will see what happens when you put your heads together. Very, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here comes your first question, and it concerns colourful birds. Colourful birds, Richard.
We're actually going to show you 5 pictures now, and they're all of birds which have a colour in their name. Can you tell us the names of these birds, please? These are according to the British Ornithologists Union website in 2011.
OK, thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 colourful birds, and here they are. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 birds with colours in their names. Now, Alice and Jeff, because you played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
I think it's that big blue tint. This big blue tint. No, it's not. And these obviously blackbird. I think I know what it is. What do you think? What do you think it is? Red kite. It's not. Okay.
We're going to take a punt on C. Red kite.
Red kite for C, say Alice and Jeff. Red kite. Now then, Owen and Tim, talk us through the board.
I think I know them all, actually. So we've got the A, it's red woodpecker. B, is that the bluefinch? D is blackbird, and E is grey heron. So we're going for E, the grey heron.
E, the grey heron, say Tim and Owen. Grey heron. So we have red kite, we have grey heron. Now then, Alice and Jeff, you've said red kite. Bit of a punt on C. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said the red kite. Absolutely right. Oh, it's a great answer. Look at that, 10. 10 for the red kite. Owen and Tim have gone for E and have said the grey heron. Grey heron for E. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said grey heron. It's absolutely right. Is it going to be 10? Yes, it is. 8 for grey heron. Very, very well done, Owen and Tim. After one question, you are up 1-0. Richard.
Yep, very well played. Did you say A was a red woodpecker?
Yes.
It's a green woodpecker. I was just checking out what I said. Green woodpecker would have scored 13 points, so lucky you didn't say it. And you said B was?
Bluefinch?
That's blue throat, I'm afraid. So really lucky you went for the grey heron. That would have scored 3 points. That's a very good answer if anyone said that at home. D is the blackbird. You got that one. That would have scored 73. But grey heron, a terrific answer. And red kite, a terrific answer as well. It's a very good play from both teams.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, here comes your second question. Alice and Jeff, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Very best of luck. It concerns famous people and their geographically named children. Richard.
Yes, we're going to show you the names of 5 famous people now and an initial after their name. That initial is of one of their children who is named after a geographical location. Can you find the most obscure of these answers? Good luck.
OK, so let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they are. Sarah Palin, B. Gwen Stefani, K. Hillary Clinton, C. Victoria Beckham, B. Grace Slick, C. I'll read those all one last time. Sarah Palin, B. Gwen Stefani, K. Hillary Clinton, C. Victoria Beckham, B. And Grace Slick, C. Now then, Owen and Tim, you go first this time.
We're going to go for Hillary Clinton, Chelsea.
Hillary Clinton, Chelsea, say Owen and Tim. Now then, Alice and Jeff, an opportunity here, if you know your celebrity children, to tell us everything you know on that board.
What do you know?
I know Victoria Beckham's son's called Brooklyn. I'm unsure of the others. I think we're going to have to go with what you think,
Do you think?
it's going to be, because that would be higher than Hillary Clinton's Chelsea. I'm sure it will be, so...
I don't know, it might be wrong though.
Well, if it's wrong, isn't it? We can't do anything about that.
I don't know why, but I think for some reason that Gwen Stefani's could have a daughter called Kansas. It's a complete stab in the dark.
Kansas. Kansas Stefani. So, we have Chelsea Clinton versus Kansas Stefani. Let's find out. Owen and Tim have said Chelsea Clinton. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Chelsea Clinton. It's right. 61. 61 for Chelsea Clinton. Now then, Alice and Jeff, this is the one you have to win to stay in the game. And somewhere from the back of your mind, you think Kansas rings a bell. Kansas Stefani, is it right? How many people said it, if it is? No! Bad luck. Alice and Jeff, I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means, Owen and Tim, after only 2 questions, you are through to the final 2-0. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, not Kansas, I'm afraid. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? I have to say, no, she's a big ska and reggae fan, and she called her child Kingston after the capital of Jamaica. She's got another child called Zuma as well. Kingston would have scored you 6 points, would have been a very good answer. Now, Victoria Beckham wouldn't have won you the point, because it's Brooklyn, as you rightly said, but it would have scored 79. Grace Slick, the lead singer of Jefferson Airplane and Starship, her daughter is called China. That would have scored you 2, so that's a very good answer. And the best answer on the board, Sarah Palin's daughter got into all sorts of trouble during the presidential elections. Bristol. Bristol would have scored you 1 point. Named after Bristol Bay, where the family go fishing.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid to say it's Alice and Jeff. That was quite tough, wasn't it?
It was tough, yeah.
Yeah.
We came across a good ornithologist, I think, didn't we?
Well, yes. Well, good in parts.
Yeah.
Good in parts. Anyway, the good news is we'll see you again next time, Alice and Jeff. We'll look forward to that very much. Meanwhile, thanks very much for playing.
Thank you.
But for Owen and Tim, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Owen and Tim. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £12,000. Well, you've done so well, so well. You weren't our low scorers in any of the first two rounds. But consistent, solid performance, and then where it really counts in the head-to-head, 2-0. Good ornithology there.
Yeah.
Well, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only need to find one now, and you will go home with that jackpot of £12,000. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you have a choice of 5 options. They are theatre, political history, British actresses, European authors, football managers.
Theatre, no. Political history, no. British actresses, could be good, could be awful. European authors, it's literature. I wanted to avoid literature, so football managers, I guess.
Could be World Cup managers.
Football managers.
OK, football managers it is.
Thank you.
Let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teams managed by Roy Hodgson as they could. Teams managed by Roy Hodgson. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any professional club or international team managed by Roy Hodgson prior to his appointment as England manager in 2012, please. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £12,000 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, Inter Milan.
Inter Milan here. I know he's managed Swedish
Swedish,
clubs.
yeah.
I don't remember any of those names. West Brom, Fulham.
Won't go for Fulham. Won't go for West Brom. Inter Milan, definitely.
We need 3 answers, though.
Norway. Did he do Norway? I think he did international. He's done some international teams. I think Norway. Pretty sure he did Norway. And he did some Swedish club football.
I know, but I don't remember the names.
I don't know if it's Swedish clubs.
FC Stockholm.
Gothenburg. Where's Gothenburg?
Don't think that's right. I'm not sure.
Grasshoppers? No, that's Swedish.
So we're going to go for Inter.
Inter, Norway, and it's got to be something. It's got to be something Swedish.
I know I don't remember any of the names.
I'm trying to think of FIFA and who have I played with from the Swedish league.
12 seconds.
10 seconds left.
What did you say?
FC Stockholm. It's not going to be that.
No, no, but we got so the West Brom.
He wasn't the Swedish national coach.
OK, your time is up. We were looking for teams managed by Roy Hodgson. I now need your 3 answers.
Right, we're going to go for Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
We're going to go for Norway.
Norway.
And we're going to go for Stockholm.
FC Stockholm.
FC Stockholm. OK, there we are. 3 answers.
Possibility.
Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Norway.
Norway.
OK, we'll put Norway last.
Yeah.
Which is your least likely?
FC Stockholm.
FC Stockholm we'll put first. OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have FC Stockholm, Inter Milan, and Norway. OK, so we were looking for teams managed by Roy Hodgson. FC Stockholm was your least confident answer. Remember, you only have to find one pointless answer to win that jackpot of £12,000. So let's see how many people said FC Stockholm. Bad luck. An incorrect answer, as I think you probably thought it might be. So unfortunately not a pointless answer. You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot of £12,000. Now, Owen, what would you do with that jackpot?
Well, with my half, I will perhaps go on another holiday. Recently went on holiday, so I've still got to pay that off. Buy myself some scuba diving equipment, I think.
OK, Tim?
I'd like to buy a baby grand piano. I've always had an electric piano, but I'd love to have a real one. So So I've played the piano for years, but never had a real piano, so...
Excellent. Very best of luck. Let's hope one of your 2 remaining answers will secure that jackpot for you. Now, we're looking for teams managed by Roy Hodgson. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, Inter Milan. This has to be right, then it has to be pointless if you're going to win that jackpot of £12,000. Let's see. How many people said Inter Milan? It's right. Your first answer, FC Stockholm, was incorrect, but Inter Milan is absolutely on the money. Down it goes, into the 20s, into the teens, still going to 13. 13. So we only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. We're looking for teams managed by Roy Hodgson. Your third and final answer, your most confident answer, you thought, was Norway. To win the jackpot, again, it has to be correct, then it has to be pointless. So let's find out your last shot at that jackpot. Norway, is it right? Is it pointless? Oh, no. Oh, bad luck, bad luck. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win the jackpot, but you do, of course, get to take home a pointless trophy, so very, very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, gents, he never managed Norway. Before he managed England, the country-sides that he managed were Switzerland, which would have scored you 19, Finland would have scored you 6, and the United Arab Emirates, which would have scored you 2. You gave us Inter Milan. Udinese in Italy would have scored you 1. You also gave us FC Stockholm. Now, funnily enough, if you'd just gone one country over and said FC Copenhagen, you would have got a pointless answer. During your minute, you also mentioned Grasshopper, which is a Swiss league team. Who Roy Hodgson did manage, would have just won you £12,000.
Oh. Thank you.
Pointless answer.
Can we just rewind?
Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers here. There's FC Copenhagen, there's Grasshopper, another Swiss club, Neuchâtel Xamax would also have been a pointless answer. And then 2 teams that he managed in Sweden in the early 80s, Oddevold and Örebro as well. Those have been pointless. Halmstads, which is another Swedish team, would have scored you at 1 point. But very well done if you got any of those pointless answers at home.
Well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you now, Owen and Tim, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. Fantastic contestants. You've done so well today.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, Owen and Tim didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £13,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.